Hey everybody, welcome to Farthest Frontier. This is the full release of the game. I've been waiting a long time for this. It's a city builder, cozier than most city builders, so I'm very excited to check it out. Developed by Crate Entertainment, who also works on Grim Dawn. It's out in 1.0 now for $34.99. I did not get a code for this one. This is one of the games I've been playing on my own time the last few years. And I really like it. I'm excited to get into 1.0. I've kind of been saving myself with this experience. I haven't played it much lately. So, yeah, let's go ahead and dive into some good old new settlement vibes. We're going to play on Pioneer difficulty. On a large map size. Check the terrain. On Idyllic Valley. Check advanced settings. I think everything's fine. We're gonna set the Raiders to Pioneer. All right, start.
Life can be harsh everywhere, but in the old world, there was no hope of it ever improving. When our crops failed, the ruling class would still collect the same share, leaving our children to starve. And if we had any coin to our name, the taxman would appear, demanding it for the crown. The nobles hid behind the safety of their walls and did nothing when raiders pillaged the outskirts of the city. And so, some of us decided that it was time to leave, that we'd rather take our chances in the wilderness, seeking the promise of a new land, than starve to death in our homeland. The journey wasn't easy. We lost many along the way. This wild, unsettled land offers us the hope of a new start as the masters of our own destiny.
All right, there's your little cutscene. We're just gonna kind of play and see where this takes us. There's a tech tree in the game now, which is pretty massive. 142 points, I think is what they said. So there's a long way to go in this game. So yeah, again, at 1.0, we're gonna be checking it out here today and in a new series. If you're new here and you want to see more Farthest Frontier, make sure to subscribe, or turn on notifications. And with that being said, once we load in here, we'll go ahead and get started building our new empire. And here we go. There's our new settlement. It's nothing right now. We finished scouting the surrounding area. Survey the land your villagers have explored and choose a promising site to construct your town center. It's important to choose a location near the resources you'll need to build a successful settlement. Things like clay, iron, and potential food sources. It's a really dense area right there. Let's put it right here. Actually, I saw a better fertility over here. Where was that? Put our town center down. All right, so let's go ahead and pause so we can kind of check out what we've got going here. So we got our settings menu down here. We got like overlay controls. We've got toggling the mini map on and off. We got combat settings. Yeah, there is combat in this game. building menu, achievements. Here's the tech tree. Pretty kind of crazy, actually, how impressive this tech tree is. Our achievements menu. Harvest. Select objects. Deselect objects. We need to harvest some trees. We got a nice little thing of trees right here. Let's go ahead and start working on that. We have the mass exodus of people heading to the lumber yard. We need a bunch of wood here. We need 16, which we don't have. We didn't start with any, so we got to get the 16 wood from that. Where do they say it like that? From that town center build site to be done, and now we just need the workers to do their work. Yeah, we got a housing shortage. I am aware. We're going to put the housing near the town center. But that does require us getting rid of some of these things. We have a town center currently tier 1. And we're starting to get logs stockpiled, which is great. Alright, so we need to start working on the housing shortage. We're gonna go and put 2 down for now. I want to see what their footprint is before I put any more, like where I decide where roads are gonna go. Okay, we got a nice little dirt road. Still got a housing shortage. Desirability is a measure of how appealing an area is to live in, as such this mechanic only impacts shelters. A high desirability is a prerequisite for shelters to upgrade to higher tiers. As higher tier homes generate tax revenue, have increased occupancy, and are required for town center upgrades. This is very desirable. Okay, I'm not going to read all that, but you get the gist of what desirability is. We need 4 houses, basically, for this to look good. So we're just going to go ahead and get the other 2 plots built. That requires us to get rid of this tree, but they're already doing that anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Firewood is a critical resource for your settlement's continued survival. Stockpiling enough firewood ahead of winter will ensure that villagers have a warm shelter to return to in the cold month. Use firewood splitters to turn logs into firewood A steady supply of logs to ensure that your firewood splitters are working efficiently and produce a sufficient stockpile. Okay, so we're going to go and get that being built as well. That drops the desirability of these houses. We're going to go in. This is going to be our neighborhood over here on the left, and we're going to put our required building, basically our necessities for a strong settlement on this side. What we also need is a well. Is that a lightning strike? What the frick? It was like really close too. Kind of scary. All right, this house has been finished. That house has been finished. So our housing shortage has been solved, which is great news. Now we need to wait on, we need this firewood splitter prioritized. Let me go and set that as priority. Add another worker to that. Got a clay deposit right here. 3,092 clay. We're gonna move that build site because the clay thing. That's probably a good shout. Let's do it this way. And there's the clay deposit right there, so we have room to put that. I do still want it prioritized. Quite the time to winter. Go and set another harvest on the... Oh, he's got plenty of trees. Okay. Never mind then. Two more needed, please. We need this firewood being made stat. We need food as well. We got 3 months of food. We got 3 months of food in public storage. More people await word to join your settlement. Amass a 4-month supply of food and 6 houses. Maintaining significant food stocks will help attract more people to your town. Hunter cabin. We really don't have anything we can hunt right now, do we? We got deer. Let's see, what other things can we do for food? Forager shack. We're gonna put it right there. I don't think we need a row going after that. But it will be nice to have. We'll probably put a road out there eventually. Alright, firewood splitter has been made. We got already someone assigned to it. Thanks, game, for auto-assigning that one. We just need the logs. That's really all we need. We have our well being built. No one named Timmy can fall down the well. That's a requirement. Alright. With that, we're going to go and wrap up this first episode of Farthest Frontier version 1.0. So, if you enjoyed this episode, make sure to leave a like on it, subscribe, turn on notifications, and I'll see you next time as we are going to try and get this firewood problem solved. That's going to do it for today. Thanks for watching. See you next time.